Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1970 Honda S800. Now this has 719 horsepower, 469 pounds-feet of torque from a 2.3 litre turbocharged inline-4 engine. The car itself now weighs 1,565 pounds, now has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can down do 0 to 60 in 3.749 seconds, 0 to 100 in 12.671 seconds, which I think is a bit of a glitch because, as you'll see when we get going, this is far faster than that to 100, and it will do 224 miles an hour. So this is pretty much like the Austin Healey Sprite from the previous episode. Small, lightweight, older sports car, but yeah, this has a more power than that Sprite does, and yeah, is a little bit heavier, but because it's got more power, I think it will should be quicker in a straight line, but it does have less torque, so it might not well be as good out of the corners. But then again, additional weight is not necessarily a killer on this series, because it can provide more stability and traction. So yeah, no idea what it's going to do, because yeah, small lightweight sports cars like this are a rarity on this game. Yeah, we're certainly not taking all that many out on this series. A little bit slidey. Liking this mud section. Not the best brakes either, unfortunately. Does have the acceleration, thankfully. It is reasonably controlled once we get up to a certain rate of speed. Should be a lot more controllable on this surface than the mud. Most cars generally are. Loves to be flung around corners, which is down to the short wheelbase, lack of weight and the all-wheel drive system all working in tandem. And we're across the finish line at 172 miles an hour and a time of 2 minutes 3 seconds .567, so not quite as quick as the Austin Healey Sprite Mark 1 from the previous episode. It's just over a second slower than that car. But it's hardly the slowest car that we've had on this series. In fact, it's gone into the top 50, managing to beat the likes of the Toyota MR2 SC, the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, Hot Wheels Rip Rod, the Lotus Exige S, Mercedes-Benz AMG Hammer Coupe, Audi RX-6 Avant, and the Ford Ranger Raptor. And it's slightly behind the likes of the Mini X-Raid All-4 Racing Countryman, Porsche Macan Turbo, Ford Supervan 3, BMW Z4 Roadster and the GMC Cyclone. But the fact it's quicker than a few off-road vehicles, namely a couple of modern SUVs, is quite impressive. But yeah, certainly not quite as controllable or as quick as the Austin Healey from the previous episode, as evidenced by the slower time. But yeah, on the whole, still an impressive car, especially given it only had 70 horsepower originally, and yeah, took 2 minutes to get to 100 miles an hour. So yeah, fairly fun car, and yeah, nicely controlled for most of the course as well. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.